Hey everyone, it's Icylobster, and I just drank way too much milk. So we're gonna see if I can get through this game without keeling over. And this will be game number 5 of Idra versus SeleCT. So this is the ASUS ROG Stars Invite, game 5. It's a best of 7, and so far I think we're about tied up. I could be wrong, but regardless, it is very close. And this is a long map, so I don't see any shenanigans coming from SeleCT this game. The past 2 games are a bit nuts, and this one I think will just be a macro game, which I'm going to say favors Idra, because Idra is a beast at macro games. One of his problems is that sometimes he will not make the best compositions, but since he macros so hard, sometimes it doesn't matter. But I'd say he definitely needs to work on that. So, because if he got his composition spot on, I could not see him being taken down. So, SeleCT got supplied blocked for a second. No, I think it was just normal timing. Barely supply blocked. So, I actually start with the production up this time because I'm on my game tonight. And, yeah. So, there's not really much to talk about because nothing's actually happened yet. So, this is the part where I try and kill time. So I am going to talk about absolutely nothing. I do not know what to talk about. We have a barracks, and that's not exciting enough. We have an expansion that's still not exciting enough. So I'm not quite sure what to fill this time with. Sometimes we'll talk about past games or whatnot, but I don't know what to say about the past games. We had 2 odd games with SeleCT where he did really well in game 3. Then game 4, he went to the gold, and I thought he was actually going to win it, but Idra, being the boss monster he is, being the Kraken he is, he came out of that. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I think SeleCT, I think I might have to give SeleCT a slight disadvantage because I feel like he hasn't been playing his absolute best. I haven't seen the best drops out of him. We saw him try a few times, but every time Idra would spot it, and they did nothing. So, we have our spawning pool almost done. And other than that, oh, we have a bunker going up, so let's see what SeleCT is up to. Alright, so he's just doing this for light harass, and actually he's not even going to put the bunker up. Maybe he was blocked? Or no, I guess he just decided not to do the bunker. So he's just going to waddle out of there. I don't think SCVs actually waddle, they have little jets on their back. I'd say the drones have a little bit more of a waddle going on. So, sorry about that, the miscommunication about waddling and units. So we have a reactor going up, and we have a factory. So I'm going to say reactor Hellions. I think we're going to get a bunch of Hellions on the field. And we're going to see if I'm right. We have 1 gas, so I think that's what he's going to do. And Idra actually has a lot of planes on the way. Still isn't getting his speed. He likes delaying it, as we already know. And what is interesting, so I'm not sure if this SCV will do anything. I can try and keep an eye on him. But these lings are probably going to poke up here, see if they can do any damage. We have 2 Marines out. And here come the Hellions. Reactor Hellions indeed. Alright, go Marines! Alright, he was going to expand right there, but he decided to cancel it because it's not safe with that many lings. This is a lot of lings. And he actually might also take out the SCV. The SCV's trying to run away and hide. And it looks like, no, Idra's probably going to get him. We'll see. Yeah, so I think that SCV's down. And he's actually going to make the command center on the high ground. Now, this is a lot safer than the low ground, because as we saw, SeleCT had to cancel it down here because of all the lings, whereas if he originally built it up here, he wouldn't have had to cancel it. So, this time he's just going to build on the high ground and be safe. We see 1 ling getting roasted up, and lings are going back home. We have a spine crawler for defense. We see gas on the way, so he's going to start going for his metabolic boost, but he still has to get 100 gas for that, so not quite yet. Bunch of drones. Actually, let's look at the income. We have, for a second I thought the gas was drones for some reason. I'm like, whoa, Idra, SeleCT has no workers. But no, it is 32 drones to 23 SCVs. So Idra is in a commanding lead as far as that goes. However, SeleCT's going to have his expansion up soon, and he should be fine once he has that. He has a bunch of Hellions. I don't think they're going to do anything, but they will give him a strong map control advantage, because he can go all around the map with these little cars. And they just really remind me of like RC cars. They're all little, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I can think of. And in the expansion, we may get them to transform, and they'll be Transformer RC cars, and that will make my day. Just because I think it's silly and kind of badass. A little bit of both. So, definitely awesome. And we have an Evo chamber. Gonna try and, it's not gonna wall off, but it's gonna give Idra a little better choke to work with, because the Hellions can't go like straight that way. It makes it so they have to funnel through one area, which allows Idra for way better control. So I'm gonna say Idra has. I can't see SeleCT doing anything here unless he had like some big timing attack. And this guy looks like is he just like running around? Looks like it. And there's a Ling here. They're gonna run into each other, and actually he's on move command, so he's not gonna attack. Oh, now he is. So I was gonna say a Ling was gonna kill a Marine, but nope. He got him really low though, and this Overlord's now in trouble. We have a bunch of little race cars out here. Hellions rather. And do they have blue flame? I think. No, they don't. I was wondering because if you look at the flames, they're actually blue. I wasn't sure if that meant they had the upgrade or not. But it does not. Apparently it means nothing, and it's just there to deceive me. So, whatever. And then over here, he's now mining, and let's check the income now. It is 56 harvesters for Idra, 34 for SeleCT. However, SeleCT's mineral income with the mule drops is it's not that far behind Idra. His gas is behind, but I'm gonna say SeleCT actually really isn't that far behind. I mean, mules really help Terran just get the income up. And now we see a lot more Lings, and they're actually speed Lings now, so they're really fast and they can deal with Hellions a lot better now. We actually have a lot of Hellions over here. We have, what, 6 Hellions? And he is trying to deny Idra's third base, which Idra is probably going to have to cancel. I don't think he's going to keep this, unless he brings all of his Lings up here, which he's not. He's actually, he might be going for a counterattack. So yes, it was cancelled. Got some of his money back. Banelings look like they might stay here for defense. And then Lings are just running around, seeing what's around the map. They might actually kill off all these Hellions. Good surround on that one. Now he needs to get a surround over here, and he got one surrounded. 3. And now there are only 3 left. I think he's going to get another one. No, it's in the front. That's good micro by SeleCT. And actually, Idra was not able to kill them all. If Idra was able to get a better surround, he would have definitely taken all those Hellions. But nope. So, nice save by SeleCT. That was some good micro we saw. And we have base number 3 going up again. This time it's going to be in a more normal position rather than him trying to hide it. And actually, he's going to go for a 4th. So we have Idra doing his macro style, and this is the drone that will be turning into a hatchery soon. He can say farewell to his little waddly legs, and hello to his massive body, and would not. And look at that. And I believe you can actually like see him swimming in there. I can check back later. And we have the mutas are out. And I'm not keeping up with anything. I'm way too. We have +2 on the way for melee. We have +1 on the way for air for the mutas. Bunch of Lings on the way. We have him taking 4 bases. SeleCT is going tanks, and his siege mode is almost done. A bunch of Marines here to defend. So now I'm transitioning into actually being helpful with my commentary feedback, and we are getting the +1 armor and guns for the infantry. I like how I say guns, they already have guns, so it's the gun upgrade, the infantry weapon level 1 upgrade. Also combat shields, so I guess he hasn't even gotten... Okay, so he's just now getting combat shields, which feels a little bit late to me, but I don't play Terran, I'm not a professional, I cannot speak for SeleCT. Idra might... No, he did actually get... No, he got SeleCT to cancel it, which surprises me because SeleCT would have been able to deal with it. And Idra forced a stem, so now SeleCT has to use all of his medevac energy on just healing up these Marines. We have them all going down here, making sure that SeleCT's not doing anything crazy. SeleCT is still on 2 base versus 4 base. SeleCT's going to need to get a 3rd. We're going to see if he's able to push out and get one. He has 1 Viking out. No more Vikings on the way. He has an armory going up. So he's going to go for Thors, it looks like. And, alright, that's going to get healed back, so it's not going to burn down. Because buildings will burn down if they're on fire. Just so you know. and we have a few missile turrets. I feel like one missile turret really doesn't do much against mass mutas because we're just starting to get a lot of mutas here, and they're almost picked off the medevac. And SeleCT's gonna try and take his third base right here. We're gonna see if he's able to. Let's check the army tab. And SeleCT's actually not that far behind. Idra definitely has. He spent a lot more gas on his mutas, but Marines, if they're upgraded, they're not bad at all. Armory is almost done, so Thor should be on the way soon. We have a sensor tower completing right now, so SeleCT's gonna have this little ring where you can see if anything goes in it. We have our banelings with centrifugal hooks on the way, so we're gonna get baneling speed soon. And armor level 1 for ground is almost done. Level 2 melee is done, so Idra is getting a lot of upgrades. And the Sea Chamber's not actually doing anything, and he actually needs to go to a hive. So do we actually have an infestation pit on the way? I do not see one. So it looks like for right now he's just going to stick with what he has. He could get level 2 armor, but his melee is fully upgraded for now until he gets his infestation and hive. What is SeleCT doing? So SeleCT is getting his third. He's getting 2 missile turrets up, both his gas, a bunch of tanks. He's trying to make a little line of siege tanks. These guys are actually not sieged at all. He probably should. And we actually have an attack right here. He picked off 1 turret and is flying away. So SeleCT was not able to deal with that. He lost a little bit there. And he also stemmed once again, which is never good. And the Lings are continuing to patrol around here, and they're just making sure no one SeleCT goes for another base. So Idra is keeping a really good map control. He's like taking up the entire map. His creep spread's not bad either. He is about his entire side of the map, and he's actually still putting tumors out. So, I don't know. I think SeleCT's moving out here, and he's picking up a few mutas. But I think SeleCT's going to have to be a little bit more careful. And Idra is maxed out. So, yep, he's going to push out very soon because he is completely maxed, and SeleCT is not. So we're going to see if he's able to do anything. I heard something die. Oh, it looks like something right there. So the mutas are going to the top, and oh my god, if they catch that medevac, oh, that is 8 Marines and a medevac gone. SeleCT just lost a lot of money with no reward. And Idra's gonna come in here, take out a turret. Is he gonna take out some SCVs? He took out 3, 4, 5. He took out like at least 4 SCVs, I think. We can actually look at the lost, and Idra has killed 13 to 2. SeleCT has only killed 2 workers, and Idra is still going at it, and he's actually denying all these. None of them were cancelled, I don't believe. The Marines have been stimming so much, they're now in the red, and Idra's going to be able to clean them all up. This is actually very good play by Idra. He's just keeping SeleCT down and out. There's not much minerals here, but I mean still. He's making SeleCT spend all this money on turrets that aren't even doing anything. This is what I meant by mass mutas. Actually, a lot of the mutas are gone now. But with mass mutas, you can just take stuff out so fast. So fast. So it is now 23 workers killed by Idra. Still only 2 by SeleCT. And Idra is at 79 harvesters and is probably about to move out. He is maxed out again to 47 of SeleCT's SCVs. We got a few Lings. It looks like they could be scouting. They're going to see death. That is what they're going to find. So we're going to see what the rest of Idra's army does. He's now getting his hive. It is almost up. He's getting more mutalisks, and he is almost maxed out again. I actually wonder if he was trying to get some supply from that. I don't know. But Idra is floating 4,500 minerals, so I feel like Idra is in a very solid spot. If he loses a lot of his army, he can re-macro Lings up right away. He probably has plenty of larvae. Yeah, and get a little larva just dancing around. And he should inject. What are you doing, Idra? Where's my inject? He's actually going for attack, so I don't want to miss that. Bring a bunch of Lings in here. The rest of his army is still back at his base, and his mutas popped in here. I don't think they really did anything. I think they forced possibly another stim, not a skim. It is a stim pack. Marines do not need skim packs because they are fit from all their training. And here we go. Here's a big engage. No, Idra's gonna back out. So he smartly backed out. All these tanks were sieged, and they would have completely annihilated all the Lings. So Idra's about maxed out again, and he's floating about 5,500 minerals, 5,200. and he's in a very solid position. He is on, I want to say 5 bases, except I doubt his main's mining anymore. No, it's not. So, I'm not sure how many bases are actually mining right now, but it would be 3 to 4. SeleCT is trying to move in here. He has a lot of tanks, and they have decent positioning. I feel like these are too far back. And Idra is trying to pick up the Thor, but did not work. He actually lost a few mutas. But Idra still has just so much money that I feel like it's not that big of a deal for him. SeleCT is constantly low on money, whereas Idra just has so much extra, and he's getting spine crawlers, broodlords, a lot of broodlords. And yeah, SeleCT is getting his +3 for his infantry, both armor and attack. Idra is getting his +2 flyer, +2 carapace, and +3 melee attack. And here go these broodlords. I feel like they need some more support, but we're gonna see if they do anything. I don't think there are many Vikings, if any Vikings. So here they go, and actually the tanks are splashing on their own marines. Their marines are getting destroyed by their own tanks, so I don't know, man. And we have 2 Vikings out. Let's check the units. Whoa! Let's check the units lost tab. Idra has lost more, however, he still has a lot of minerals. SeleCT is actually now floating about 1,000 minerals, and his base was destroyed, so he has to rebuild that base. SeleCT is taking another base, so SeleCT's actually doing alright. He's holding on fairly well, and he's able to macro back up. Struggling a little bit, and he's got full saturation right there for that base right now. All the mutas are coming in. They're a lot less than there used to be, however, they're still a good amount. The marines are actually already here, so it looks like SeleCT will be fine. Yeah. So it looks like, is this actually going to a planetary? It is going to a planetary, which I'm not so sure I agree with. I think he could use the energy for the mules, because mules don't even get hit by the planetary in the first place. So I don't know what I think of that. He actually has energy that he could be spending, which he probably should spend. And he actually has a lot of minerals, so I don't know, maybe he should make more barracks. And here we actually go. Lots of snipes. Snipes destroy broodlords. And if we, oh, there goes another one. The snipes are completely focusing the crap out of these broodlords. Those are really good against them with their snipe. And most of these broodlords are already dead. It was like 8 to none. So SeleCT probably got a big win out of that. And yeah, SeleCT is way ahead as far as lost goes. So he's doing very, very well. Idra's kind of throwing units away, and this is what I mean. Sometimes his macro gets really good, and then his engagements feel like they need a lot of work. If he learned how to do better engagements, I think it'd be much, much harder to beat. We have a few more snipes over there. Looks like he's going to try and do a fungal, but I'm not so sure if this will be wise, since there is a lot over here, a lot of tanks. And we'll see if the Infestor can safely get in there and pull it off. And we actually have Vikings and Thors. Actually, I don't see any Vikings. We have Thors beating up the mutas. One Thor goes down. Looks like 2 go down. Good. Fungal, Terran. And we have Baneling. It looked like a Baneling. Yeah, Baneling's coming in. They're just cleaning up all the Marines. We had a decent spread over there, I believe. And these guys are just... Alright, SeleCT a very good job focusing out the Banelings. He still lost a lot. And there's one Viking out here. The Cryptor should be able to clean it up very easily. The mutas could help, but nope, they're taking a break. So it's not easy staying in the air all the time. These guys actually have to get out of here. The Marines are just picking up all the broodlords. The broodlords are sort of just dying aimlessly, which is not good because they are so expensive, and very, very, very good. So Idra's just not supporting them the best. However, he is about 42 supply ahead of SeleCT. He is floating 3,000 minerals, so he can remacro like crazy. He's actually going for more broodlords. He could make a lot more lings, which he is. 38 lings on the way, so there you go. So I gotta say SeleCT's actually in a bit of trouble, because I don't think SeleCT can remacro nearly as fast as Idra can due to all the minerals Idra is floating. With the Viking trying to take out a broodlord, not gonna happen. Yeah, so Idra actually took a base down here. He took a base right here. Took a base right here. He's just taking in the whole map. He has 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. Not all of them are mining, obviously. I'm gonna say 1, 2. So about 3 about 3 are mining, but he has 2 that could mine, and he still has 69 harvesters, so that is insane. SeleCT is still lower on harvesters, however he does have mules, and he is going to lose more broodlords because why not lose them? And look at all these snipes. Snipe is just this guy's so lucky. Get out of there. Get out, kid. Wow, luckiest broodlord. I think he only had 1 life, now he has 3, 4. He needs to take a vacation and get out of here. It is not safe. We have another planetary, so SeleCT is just going for very, very, very safe bases. And SeleCT is actually mining a lot now, I think. Let's check his income. Yeah, it's like 1,900 mineral income. And these broodlords are getting picked off. A bunch of lings. If you get a few good fungals, we have 1 fungal. Very good at splitting up the marines, but the banelings are still getting all of them. So he did not move them out of the way fast enough. And we have a huge attack. I'm not so sure if SeleCT can come out of this. SeleCT does not have a lot of money. Idra still has way more money floating. So Idra can remake his army right away. See production, 38 more lings on the way. SeleCT is just, I don't know, he's really having a tough time. I feel like he doesn't have enough production facilities. But yeah, marines come out, and they're just, it appears that they're getting rallied. Yeah, so they walked to their death, because if they are rallied somewhere, they will not attack until they get to their spot. So that's exactly what happened. We have actually a bunch of SCVs coming out of the way, and they actually pick off 1 infester. Shit, we give really good fungal, and he saved his infester, so SeleCT is in a very, very bad situation. Idra is picking off all of his barracks in the center of the map. He's still mining here, but he has money, and I feel like he just doesn't have enough production facilities to keep up with Idra's production. Idra has crazy production abilities because of the hatcheries, and this broodlord is going to die a horrible death. The ghosts, I feel like the ghosts have been pretty cost effective. That one barracks burns down. I was actually trying to point at it, but you cannot see that unless you are a stalker and doing something very weird and illegal to see what I'm doing, which I highly doubt. I'm not cool enough to have stalkers. So we have a lot of broodlords. We have 6 broodlords on the way. SeleCT still have better engagements than Idra. Idra tends to throw away broodlords, except maybe he's just like, well, I can lose like 20 broodlords and still make 10 more. So how many does he actually have? He has 3 on the way, and he currently has 6. So he's about to have 9, I believe. Yeah, 9 broodlords. So he already has 9 broodlords again, which is crazy due to how expensive they are. And SeleCT is rebuilding 2 barracks, and he's rallying all of his marines and tanks. But I feel like Idra is about to go out again with just too much. A few good baneling hits would wipe out all the marines, seeing as how they just are so good against marines. Some splash right there, killing one of his own guys. And here we go, a bunch of broodlords, and I feel like Idra needs to bring. I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say Idra needs to bring his guys to support him, because they were actually just chilling back here. But after seeing that many broodlords, I think SeleCT realized that Idra just has way too much power. I mean, he has his entire side of the map, and crazy creep spread on his side of the map. He kind of stopped spreading it once it got this far. And yeah, so I think he was just satisfied with how much he had. So anyways, that was a pretty good game. I feel like SeleCT had some good engagements, but he just couldn't keep up with Idra. So yeah, if Idra could manage his units a little bit better, I'd say Idra would be like unstoppable. But until that day, we'll just see how it goes. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the game, and I will see you for the next game. So anyways, a lobster out.